Somewhere deep within a seemingly peaceful forest, a person has vanished. Without a trace, no body, no voice, not even a whisper remains. All that's left behind is an open backpack and a set of footprints that abruptly end. But is this merely a coincidence? Or is something far more sinister truly at play? Greetings, I'm Mr. Curious. Today, I'm about to unveil one of the most perplexing mysteries of our time. A phenomenon known as Missing 411. For decades, peculiar reports have surfaced about people disappearing within the vast expanse of national forests across the United States. These aren't just seasoned adventurers or reckless thrill seekers. They're ordinary individuals, hikers, children, even entire families out for a leisurely stroll in nature. And then, in the blink of an eye, they're gone completely, without a trace. What's truly baffling, many of these individuals were mere meters away from their companions. One moment, they're engaged in conversation. The next, they've vanished as if they've been plucked from existence. But what ties these cases together? They all occur in eerily similar locations. Remote woodlands, rugged terrains, often during periods of fair weather when people are at their most relaxed and unsuspecting. It's not just the circumstances that are strange. Some victims are later discovered in the most bewildering of places, far from where they were last seen, in situations that defy logic. Could these incidents simply be chalked up to misfortune? Perhaps they're the result of encounters with predatory wildlife. Or maybe just cases of people losing their way in the wilderness, possibly, but not everyone is convinced. There are those who draw connections between these disappearances and more ominous theories. Some speculate about clandestine government experiments, while others entertain the notion of portals to alternate realities. And then there are those who whisper about non-human entities living among us, undetected. In the end, the full truth eludes us. All we know for certain is that people vanish, and the forest keeps its secrets. I'm Mr. Curious, and I leave you with a question that may forever remain unanswered. Is nature truly as serene and harmless as it appears? If tales like this intrigue you, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Because what's coming is even stranger than you can imagine. Now, let's delve deeper into the unsettling world of Missing 411. These cases aren't isolated incidents. They form a pattern, a tapestry of unexplained disappearances that have left investigators and families baffled for years. Consider the case of Dennis Martin, a 6-year-old boy who vanished in the Great Smoky Mountains National Park in 1969. One moment, he was playing hide-and-seek with his family. The next, he was gone, despite an extensive search involving hundreds of people, including Green Berets. No trace of Dennis was ever found. Or ponder the disappearance of Stacy and Eris. In 1981, this 14-year-old girl was on a horseback riding trip in Yosemite National Park. She stepped away from her group to take a photo and was never seen again. Only her camera lens was found, lying on a rocky ledge. These cases, and hundreds more like them, share disturbing similarities. Many occur in areas with boulder fields or large granite rocks. Bodies of water are often nearby. And in an unsettling number of instances, search dogs are unable to pick up any scent. But it's not just the circumstances of the disappearances that are strange. It's what happens afterward. In some cases, bodies are found in locations that seem impossible to reach. Experienced hikers are discovered miles off well-marked trails in areas they should never have been able to access. Children are found at elevations that would be challenging for adults to climb. And then there are the survivors. Those lucky few who return often tell bizarre stories. They speak of lost time, of feeling disoriented and confused. Some report being in one location one moment and miles away the next, with no memory of how they got there. One such case is that of a young boy who disappeared in the mountains of Idaho. When he was found 3 days later, he was 12 miles away from where he'd last been seen. The terrain between these 2 points was so rugged that trained search and rescue teams had difficulty traversing it. Yet somehow, this child had made the journey. These cases have caught the attention of David Paulides, a former police detective who has dedicated years to researching and documenting these mysterious disappearances. His work has brought the missing 411 phenomenon into the public eye, raising questions that challenge our understanding of the wilderness and what might lurk within it. Paulides has identified clusters of disappearances across North America, with hotspots in places like Yosemite National Park, the Great Smoky Mountains, and Crater Lake National Park. He has noted that many of these areas have a history of strange occurrences and unexplained phenomena dating back centuries. But what could be behind these disappearances? The theories are as varied as they are controversial. Some point to natural explanations. They argue that the wilderness is inherently dangerous and that people underestimate the risks. Getting lost, falling victim to predators, or succumbing to the elements are all real possibilities in remote areas. Others, however, believe something more sinister is at play. They point to the strange circumstances surrounding many of the cases as evidence that conventional explanations fall short. One theory suggests that these disappearances are the result of abductions by unknown entities. Proponents of this idea point to reports of strange lights and unexplained aerial phenomena in areas where people have vanished. Another, more earthbound theory proposes the existence of hidden underground facilities or secret government operations in these remote areas. Could some of these missing people have stumbled upon something they weren't meant to see? And then there are those who believe in more supernatural explanations. They speak of time slips, interdimensional portals, or even creatures from folklore like Bigfoot or skinwalkers. While these theories might seem far-fetched, they highlight the desperation many feel when faced with the inexplicable. When conventional explanations fail, the human mind often turns to the fantastic in search of answers. But regardless of what one believes, the impact of these disappearances on the families left behind is all too real. Parents, siblings, and friends are left to grapple with the unknown, forever wondering what happened to their loved ones. The missing 411 phenomenon also raises important questions about our relationship with nature. In an age where we often feel we've conquered the natural world, these cases serve as a stark reminder of how little we truly understand about the wilderness that surrounds us. They challenge our assumptions about safety in national parks and forests. They make us question whether we're as prepared for the outdoors as we think we are. And they remind us that nature, for all its beauty, can also be unpredictable and potentially dangerous. As we conclude our exploration of this perplexing mystery, we're left with more questions than answers. The forest keeps its secrets, and the fate of many who have vanished within its depths remains unknown, but perhaps that's the point. Perhaps these cases serve as a reminder of the vastness of our world and the limits of our understanding. They challenge us to remain curious, to keep questioning, and to never take the natural world for granted. So the next time you find yourself in a national park surrounded by the beauty of nature, take a moment to reflect. Remember those who have vanished without a trace. And ask yourself, is the wilderness truly as peaceful as it seems? I'm Mr. Curious, and I'll continue to explore the unexplained, the mysterious, and the downright bizarre. Because in a world full of questions, the pursuit of answers is what drives us forward. If you've been captivated by this journey into the unknown, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, because the mysteries we'll uncover next are even more mind-bending than you can imagine. Until next time, stay curious, stay safe, and remember ... The truth is out there, waiting to be discovered.